So, how do you know who you can live with? Is it whoever, intrudes and refuses to leave, no matter who they are or what they're like? Is God in heaven in charge of all that? Because look at the public being a huge mix of all different people, of which we know none of them. Well, God of Charles Toe walked him into the apartment I was living in, and he raped me in my bed, and then he refused to leave for 23 years, and he forced sex on myself 900 times is counted in heaven. But from my point of view, it's whenever he wants to. Over the 22 or 23 years he was living with myself, I don't know where he is right now, but I was wondering if that is that what it's like to be in the public. How come it doesn't just happen out in the public? You want to find me where I'm unconscious and you want to rape me in my bed. I'm not, I am the killing problem. Well, if you didn't die before you raped me, you're not going to die from raping me. Well, I am angry. There's no one who's going to help me. If you want to rape me, there's no one to stop you. There is no one in the world who would help me. I am not gay. So, on that note, I have to talk about my dream weaver. I just had a dream. I woke up from, I don't know, a nap. I have been up today. My hair was still wet from having taken a shower. And the dream was I was out somewhere in public, but I don't recognize, it's not a place I've been before. Intersection, sidewalks. Uh, there was a traffic accident. Not, I won't say car. It was a traffic accident. I heard something in the dream. I turned myself in the dream and I saw that the traffic accident had occurred. And then I looked back to look for Charles Toe, because he was on the sidewalk with myself on the sidewalk in the dream. And then Charles Toe was missing. So the accident happened in the dream. And then I looked for Charles Toe on the sidewalk in the dream, and he was missing. I don't know what happened. It just was like I woke up. So, but I was really quite uncomfortable when I woke up. They didn't like the whole dream. Feeling after that was, I don't know, afraid or uncomfortable, alarmed. Yeah, I didn't like the dream, and so I want to make a video about it because I think it's unsanitary to have that dream. I don't know where Charles Toe is. I have not been out with Charles Toe since the middle of April. When I was out with Charles Toe, what happened to him? I don't know. Are you trying to alibi what happened to Charles Toe? Because an alibi means that Charles Toe is either alive or not alive. It's himself who is in the alibi. If you talk about alibi, that's not an alibi. You can't say the name Charles Toe if you're not himself. You don't have an alibi. So I don't know who's coming around this front door saying that somebody died. And I said he's missing, and you think that I'm out somewhere and I saw something and I'm not going to tell you. That's true that I would not. No, because I'm not himself, and I didn't kill him in public. If I kill somebody, that's in a prison with deceased address, and it's a deceased address so that you don't circulate it around the public who died. I'm in public, doesn't know who died. Yard candle. So Smith Supermarket has yard candle, which is a remembrance candle of somebody you don't see anymore. You can light a candle if you think about it. Yard candle could be something to do with if somebody's not, like if you don't see somebody anymore, it could be that if, for example, if you have a birthday or you know somebody's birthday, did you know that they grew up? Yeah, did they grow up and they didn't hold their height anymore? And so you might not see them anymore, and that's a yard side candle. So what makes you think somebody died a tragic murdered death? Well, I think that's pessimistic. Well, Charles Toe's an intruder. Yeah, well, I guess you would have this problem in public, but except that it was just Charles Toe. Yeah, what are the chances of that? I don't know. Do you have the same problem out in public? If I went out into public to see, let's say I went to a McDonald's to buy lunch. If I went to McDonald's the following week, let's say I went to McDonald's for lunch once, and then I went the following week for breakfast, and then I went to have to make it clear at all. If I go a third time for dinner, is it going to be the same attendant at the McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner over 3 weeks? Well, why is Charles Toe the same sex offender in my apartment? I mean, in the apartment where I was staying, it's a homeless shelter apartment. I'm not saying it's mine, like by that I was born there. I wasn't born there. But what are the chances of that it would still be Charles Toe? Is he determined to be here? So he's putting out some other people who would be intruding the same way he did. Well, didn't he just start it that anyone can just walk in through the front door? They fit through the front door and they'll stay. Did he just start that? Could have been anybody. Yeah, I have things to do today is not true. You're not allowed in my residence because when I fall asleep, I can't see you. That's why you're not allowed in my residence. Do you have that problem with each other? Well, that's you needing to fight that out with all your other people. You can't just say it to me. Oh, God deceased. You're a hypocrite. Everybody has that problem. Nobody cares about you. They're not going to worry about you and your problem. Everybody has that they live in a house with many people. They grow their kids up and put them out, but they live with their kids a long time before their kids would leave. Yes, but you don't, that's my statement. You're not allowed in here because I can't watch you while I'm asleep. And I don't owe you any other explanation. You are not allowed in here because I cannot see you when I'm asleep. The sexual abuse, wow, I've never been so angry in all of myself. You're so violently ill, trying to cheapen who I am to be equal to a sex offender. You sexually abused myself to include me in yourself being a sex offender. And I'm just like you, aren't I? Homeless, and I didn't go someplace else before you hurt me. If I'm not due to be hurt, I must have been due elsewheres. I'm just like a sex offender. I'm just like you. But I'm not going to jail for you, and you entrapment myself in public is going out of alive. And that's how I'm not like you at all. I don't know you. I don't trust you. I don't believe you, and I don't need you. I don't need you. Get out of the supermarkets. Get out of the restaurants. Go to prison.